morning everyone. Welcome to the Process Control Laboratory. In this session we are going to learn about the experiment which is a flow loop in a plant. So we already came across with the different types of measurement devices to measure the flow rate, which are some are measured by the vertical, some are applicable for only the horizontal type pipes, and some are used in the vertical pipes. So here we are going to control the flow in a pipe that is which is mounted in a vertical manner. Okay, so here this is a flow loop in a plant. This is a schematic diagram of flow loop in a plant. We are going to control, or we are going to measure the flow rate by using a rotameter. This is a vertical flow pipe, and here we are going to control the flow rate by using a control valve which is operated in an electronic which is called as an electronic actuator. So this is a control valve which is used for only the electronic type. And here we are going to take the reservoir. So this is a reservoir. From reservoir, water will be supplied into this pipe, and again connected to the reservoir. Nothing but the water flows in this pipe and again that come back to the same reservoir tank. In this pipe we are going to control the flow rate, or we are going to measure the flow rate as well as control the flow rate by adjusting the control valve here. So by adjusting, how we are going to adjust this control valve? By applying input. So here we are going to apply the current signal as an input for the control valve. If you apply the input current as low, then control valve will move to and fro like that. So according to the movement of a control valve, that will measure that will control the flow rate. So that will be measured by this rotameter. Okay, so you already know about the different types of flow measurement devices. So what are the flow measurement devices? So basically, if you want to measure the horizontal pipe flow rate, then you are going to place a venturimeter or else orifice meter. So that is, which is like this, which we are going to reduce the area, and here we are going to place a manometer. So by reduction of area, so by reducing the area, here the pressure will be increases here and here. So that will be measured in the manometer. So this is a basic principle of a flow measurement device that mainly applicable for the horizontal flow measurement devices. In the same way here, in order to go for the vertical types of flow measurement devices, that one and only which is a device which is rotameter. Here we are going to place a rotameter which is in a vertical manner. This is let us take this is a pipe. We are going to control, or we need to measure the flow rate in this particular pipe. Okay, then we are going to place a rotameter here, which is in the vertical mounting, and here this individually having a scale here, and here we are having a float inside of that particular rotameter. Whenever the flow rate according to the flow rate, this float will move up and down. So that will indicate in this type of scale. So whenever this will be high in the high position, that will be maximum flow rate will be here. If the float is here, then that will be minimum flow rate in that pipe. Okay, like that we are going to measure the flow rate here. We are going to control the flow rate by adjusting the control valve here. So for example, this is a control valve. So this is a control valve. Here we are having a stem. Okay, this is called as a stem. And here I am going to apply the input signal. Whatever the input signal, either it may be the current signal or else pressure signal. That is, either it may be a electrical or pneumatic signal. According to the signal, for example, just I am going to apply some pressure in the pressure to that valve. So from upward direction, then valve stem will move down. Let us take this is a pipe. So this is a pipe. So we are not applying any pressure to this one. Then the stem will move at the upward direction. Maximum flow rate will be here. Whenever I am going to apply the pressure here, so whenever I apply pressure, the stem will move down according to the pressure applied. Whenever stem moves down means that will restrict the flow here. So that will restrict the flow means that flow rate will be decreases. If the stem will move again and again down, that entirely flow rate will be closes. So like that we are going to measure and we are going to control the flow rate in this particular servo regulator type equipment. Okay, so for that, in order to control this flow rate in a rotameter, here we are going to apply a current signal to this particular valve. Okay, so whenever that current range is from 4 to 20 milliamps, whenever you apply 4 milliamps of current, so 4 milliamps of current, then the stem will move, that stem will be maximum open, that stem will be in the maximum open position, that flow rate will be maximum here. Whenever you apply the maximum current here, so that is 20 milliamps, that stem totally will move down, nothing but that flow rate will be entirely closes. So according to that is which is a linear action between the input current as well as the output flow rate. Okay, so if you increase the flow rate, if you increase the current, that will increases the flow rate. Okay, so for that here we are going to, this is a current source. From the current source we are going to apply that current to the particular wall, and then that wall moves according to the current whatever applied, and then that will shows the output in the rotameter. Okay, so this will see in the diagram that continue in the experiment. Thank you. So now we'll see the experimental setup. So this is the experimental setup of a flow loop system, flow loop in a plant. So now here this is a demonstration purpose which is having a sum. So we already seen in the demo, that is this is a schematic diagram you see. So this is a reservoir which stores the water here, and from the reservoir or from the tank we are going to supply water to this pipe. In this pipe we are going to control the flow rate, so which is having a control valve here. So via rotameter we are going to flow the water. So this rotameter which will measure the flow rate. So here we'll see the entire schematic. So this is the sump, which will supply water to this particular pipe. So this pipe again, that outlet of that particular pipe again connected to the sump. So here this pipe, we are going to control the flow rate in this pipe. So we are going to connect a control valve. So which this entire setup is called as a control valve. So which controls the flow rate by applying the electrical signal, current as an input signal. So here you can see the wires and the entire schematic. So by supplying the current, and this wall will move up and down. Here you can see the stem, which is from 0 to 15. Okay, so by varying this beam, we can vary the stem position also, which is in the manual. And here this is called as a rotameter, I already told. So here we are having a scale. So inside we are also having a float here. So float which will move up and down according to the flow rate in the particular pipe. So if the flow rate which is in the high, that will having a maximum flow rate, and if the flow rate is in the minimum position, that will having a minimum flow rate.
Madam.
So, okay, so whenever this stem position is in a minimum position, that is 0, and the entire valve is closed, no? So entire valve is closed means that will release some back pressure. So that back pressure will indicate in this pressure gauge here. So whenever that stem position is maximum, that is totally open, so there is no pressure, maximum flow rate will be flow through that. So this here that will indicate the minimum pressure, that this is called as a back pressure. So in automatic way we can increase or decrease the current, and we are going to supply the current by varying the increase and decrease knobs. So we can see the current value also. So by placing these two knobs here, so this is the indicator for the current. So here that will indicate the current, and then we are going to supply it to this particular servo motor, and that will operate according to the whatever supplied current, that will operate to and fro. So according to that one, flow rate will be indicated here. So now I'll switch on this equipment, then we'll see entire readings. So here by using this knob, you can vary the input current. So you can observe here. So basically we are going to use in the range of 4 to 20 milliamps current, but here we are also getting 0, that 3.2 we are getting minimum current, and by varying this knob, so we can apply the current to this particular electronic valve. So according to the whatever the current you apply, this electronic valve which is having a stem, so the stem will move up and down. So here if we apply the maximum current here, then this will move totally up. So if you apply minimum current, this valve will totally closed, that which is having in the 0 position. Okay, so whenever this is in the under 0 position, so that flow rate will be minimum here. You observe in this rotameter, that flow rate will be minimum. So whatever we supplied a minimum current, so which is a 4 milliamps current we supplied there, So this valve, that stem is closed position. So entire this pipe which is having closed position. So here flow rate is 0. So whenever you apply the maximum current, that maximum current I am supplying here, so that I am going to connect to that control valve. So that will move up. So according to that movement, here flow rate, so that will move up, or you can use manually also. So here I will change that one. So you can change this valve movement in manual way, mechanical way, by rotating the wheel here. So I am rotating here, so that stem will move up. You can observe here, previously that is in the 0 position, so now it is in the 5th position, that is 5 mm. In the same way, now that is in the 10 mm, and here in the same way that you can get 15. So according to this one, here totally valve is open, that flow rate will be increases here. You observe the flow rate. So previously that stem totally closed, so here you got that minimum flow rate, but now that stem moves upward, so here flow rate also increases. So this is the way you are going to control the flow rate by using a control valve in a pipe. So I am closing this one. You observe the minimum reading also. So which I got 0, right? So that flow rate is decreases here. Previously that is a maximum position, so there is a maximum flow rate, but here now this is a minimum flow rate. You observe entire valve is closed, so entire valve is closed means that back pressure will be maximum. So here you can observe, so pressure reading is maximum. So pressure reading is maximum there. So in the previous case, pressure reading is here, which is having a minimum. So this is entire closed inner line. Okay, I think you are clear. So now we will go to the readings. So now by reading the stem position, so we need to note down the stem position as well as the flow rate reading. So I tabulate that one. Okay. Therefore, from the experiment, whatever we observed previously, so we taken the readings of stem position as well as the flow rate. So you observe, no, that is stem position. Whenever we are reading, we are going to take the stem position from 0 to 15. So 0 means that is totally closed. 15 means that is totally open. So whenever valve is totally open, we are going to get the maximum flow rate. Whenever valve is totally closed, that is in the 0 position, we are going to get the minimum flow rate. So likewise, we take in all the readings. Here you observe the stem position, we are going to take in the mm. So whenever that totally valve is totally closed, there is no flow rate, that is a 0. We are going to take flow rate in the liters per minute. Okay. So whenever stem position, and whenever you are going to increase the input current, that stem will move upward. So whenever that is in 2 position, we are going to get a minimum flow rate of 100 rpm. So likewise, you are going to get whenever the total valve is open, that is 15th position, then that will rises. That flow rate is rises. That 980, we are going to get the 980. So we can plot the graph with the stem position and next one flow rate. So whenever stem position is minimum, whenever the stem position is minimum, we are going to get the minimum flow rate. So that is 0 here. And next stem position is increases, that flow rate is also increases. So like that, you are going to get the graph of stem position versus flow rate. So like that, you plot the